So in this session, we will learn how to design professionally. And so to design professionally, we need to use the right theme, color, and font. And it is the most important part of UI and UX. Now, what are the benefits? So the benefits of this are to make it more visually appealing. Now, who are the competitors? The competitors of UI designers are the front end designers, the other UI designers, and so in this session we will look into some good UIs so that we can understand how a proper design looks like. So in this session we are going to unlock the power of visual hierarchy and typography. We will discover the secret of color psychology. We will unveil the art of luxury design by using interactive visuals on the slides, such as uh, such as an eye-catching color palette and a touch of luxury, sleek, like a sleek logo. So, what is visual hierarchy? So, by definition, if we go, visual hierarchy is the arrangement of elements in a design to show their order of importance. It is a way to guide the viewer's eye to the most important information first. Guidance. Visual hierarchy guides users' attention by helping them to quickly and easily identify the most important elements on a page or screen. This is done by using visual cues such as size, color, alignments, and proximity. Now, what is the importance of a clear vision? A clear vision is important in design because it helps to guide the viewer's eye to the most important part, important information or element. It can also help to create a sense of balance and harmony in the design. So here is our first design we are going to look at. This is a Spotify design. So we can see that on this side we have our dashboard. This is our main page, and this is the details of the song. So if we can look at this, we will understand that it is, I mean, the visual, we can visualize everything in one page, like what is the song we are listening, what is the details, what are its details, and this is our dashboard, and this is some of the songs they are suggesting. Then if we go, here is another page, Netflix. We are all familiar with this Netflix, and if you look in this, each movie has a picture, and in that picture they have the words, and based on the emotion of the picture, suppose this uh, PyVD and Big Holiday, Piewies and Big Holiday. So if you look at this, you will feel like it is a funny and comedy movie, and the font also makes you, the fonts also give you the sense of funniness and all. Then if we go to the next page, we have another one very famous, Amazon Mini TV. Okay, so here also we are, we can watch movies and videos. Now there is a meme, and that is, there a person is showing a corporate employee, and he is asking that you need to differentiate between both of them, and the corporate employee says that they are the same picture. So by this I want to say that even though, if we look back this two page, you can see that they have the same motive. The motive is to show us pictures and movies, but if you see the difference is in the visual hierarchy, the type of videos, the way they have been put in order, they are different. So you can understand. Now, list of key elements. So the key elements are size, colors, contrast, typography, and position. So about the meme I have told. Now each elements contribute. Presentations are are communication tool that can be used as demonstrations lecture. So as you can see that this kind of presentation does communicate with us, like this one. If we look, it communicates with us. See, here they are written trending top 10 on a mini TV. So it is saying us that these are the pictures that you can look, as these are the trending ones, and means they are more famous. Most people like to watch this, so you can also watch these things. So it communicates with us. Then here is another design that typically people used to do, like the first Spotify I said. Here is a kind of dashboard. If you can look that this is a dashboard, and here are the calendars and school performance, your scorecard, everything you can look here. Now we are going to the main thing, that's typography. Now, today we will learn, firstly, we will learn about typography, the significance of typography in design, the reliability, legitimacy, and emotional impact. So, before we jump into this, we should know something, the difference between typeface and fonts, serif and sans serif, and the different typeface categories. So first we will learn about typeface. So what is a typeface? So think of the typeface as the overall design or style of the letters, numbers and characters. It's the visual representation, sorry, of a set of characters which consist design elements. And now fonts. A font, on the other hand, is a specific variation within a typeface family. It refers to a particular size, weight, and style of the character within within the typeface. Now we will go into serif and sans serif. So serif typeface. Serifs are small lines or strokes added to the end of the main strokes in characters, whereas sans serif typeface has the word sans, means without. So sans serif fonts lack these decorative strokes at the end of the characters. And now we will know what are the different typeface categories. They are, as I have told, serif, a font with decorative strokes at the end of the characters; sans serif, clear and without decorative strokes; display, highly decorative and eye-catching fonts often used for titles and headings to create visual impact. Then script, fonts that mimic cursive or handwriting styles. We know na, sometimes we feel like we should add some handwriting kind of styles, font styles, so that it looks more visually appealing. Then lastly, monospaced fonts where each character takes up the same horizontal space. These are often used in coding and typewritings. So let me go to the next page. So, to learn typography, we should look into magazines and articles, because they are the best way to learn typography. So, here in front of you, we have three newspapers. First one, the newspaper; second, the Times Daily; and third, the Echo's Time. So if we look here, you can see that how each kind of texts are used, like the heading, the web storm over traditional news. So if you look into this, they have used a I mean the color which is not used mostly in this page, the red color, so that the people will start reading from here, and they will get a they can get a summary of what it is all about. Then if we come to this side, they have another things, and here, you can understand that what it is trying to say. Then if we look into this page, you can see other kind of fonts and the designs they have used. So this is the best way to learn typography. Then here are some designs that we usually make. First, you can see it's a modern, sleek, and a funky design. And you can see the colors are minimal, and they are in some places like this head in a border kind of thing here, and some places here and there. So it's not here in this page you can see that not much colors are used. And now if we come to the next one, this one, you can see it's a music kind of website where a violinist plays, and maybe she has made this website to teach violin. So if you look into the background, you can see the font she has used. And then if you go down, and you can look into everything, and both of them have different uh, audience, and both of the pages looks different. And if we go to the third one, it's the same story over here. Then we should come to the last part, the psychology of color. So color evokes emotions and association. Color evoke emotions and association through a combination of psychological factors. Concept of color psychology. Color psychology is the study of how color affect human behavior and emotion. Different colors have different meanings and associations, and can be used to evoke different feelings in people. Emotions with color. Use a color wheel to represent different emotions associated with colors. So before we go further, we should know something about color theory. So there are two type of color models. Firstly, RGB. We are commonly used to it. The full form of it is red, green, and blue. Then comes CMYC. The full form of it is cayenne, magnet, yellow, and key. Key is the black one. Now in the color theory, there are mostly three kind of colors: primary colors, secondary colors, and tertiary colors. Now what is the role of color? So the role of color in visual hierarchy is, by using color you can guide users attention. There are some emotional impacts. Now, color scheme. So there are three kind of color scheme. Firstly, monochromatic, then analogous, and then complementary. Then color psychology. It is associated with emotions. Then color accessibility. Ensure inclusivity and readability. Means don't use such type of color that make the reader difficult to read. Now here is the color wheel, and we will learn about some colors and their emotions behind it. So if we see red color, it's for excitement, passion, danger, and anger. Then comes the orange color, that's for joy, warmth, or creativity. Then comes yellow, happiness, optimism, caution. Then comes green, nature, freshness, and balance. Blue for calmness, trust, reliability, and sadness. Purple for luxury, mystery, and royalty. Pink for love, romance, femininity. Black for elegance, sophistication, and mystery. White for purity, cleanness, and simplicity. Now, I would bring into your, um, I mean, so what I am trying to say is, if you look into my slides, I have particularly used these two kind of colors. One, a purple color, and second, a blue color. So you can understand that I have used these colors because firstly, purple is for luxuriness, royalty, and mystery. So from this word mystery you can understand that it will attract the reader's attention, like you students. So you will feel some kind of sense that there is some mystery in this, and you should stay here and stay till the end. It is been shown. and I have used blue color. This blue is for calmness and trust, reliability. So the thing is, so that you can sit calmly and you can have that sense of excitement to know what we are going to teach here. Then luxurious color. Now there are some colors associated with luxury. Certain colors feel luxurious because they are associated with wealth, power, and royalty. For example, gold has been used for centuries to symbolize wealth and status. It is often used in jewelry, clothing, and home decor to create a sense of luxury and opulence. Now, what are the factors making color luxury? The availability. So, less availability, more the rare it is. Use of such colors by the royals for centuries, like the kings and queens in the earlier days use this kind of colors, so that it till date we think that it is the luxury color. Then marketing a color. So if you market a color in such a way that you can make that color feel luxurious. Now here are some famous brands and their websites. So if we look into the first one, you can see the website, the company brand's name is Gucci. So in this, if you see, mostly it is made of black color, and as we know that black color is for uh, elegance and sophistication. So you will feel some kind of luxuriness in when you visit to their website. Then comes Chanel. So here also the same story goes on. And then comes Louis Vuitton. They have the same story also. So you can look into this and you can understand that how the website makers, I mean the designers, used to design so briskly that you people feel like it gives you the sense of luxuriness, and when you buy their products they do the same thing. Then applying visual hierarchy. Now, before we end this session, there are some practical tips on applying visual hierarchy in UI UX design. So they are like, identify the most important elements on your screen. What do you want users to focus on first? So these are the things you need to remember. Then use colors and placement to draw attention to important elements. Placing important elements in the center of the screen is another way to make them stand out. Use colors and contrast to make important elements pop out. Use typography to create a hierarchy of information. Use white space to create a sense of balance and organization. Sorry, organization. So here are some examples. Now, if you see, both of them are the same website, but if you move some parts here and there, if you change the fonts, and the overall visual hierarchy changes. Now, if you look into the first one, you will see like it's a boring one, and it's, I mean, like it's organized, but it don't give you the sense of excitement. But in the second one, if you look into it, you will see some kind of experiments has been done, and it gives you some excitement. Same case in this and this one. Now here are some fonts that you can use it. So this is one kind of font, and this is another kind of font. So I mean, sorry, fonts, I'm saying font, it's the prototype. So when making website, you can use this kind of prototypes and layouts, so that you can make your website look more nice and beautiful. Then this is also some example. These are some examples. Now, why am I showing this thing is because if you see, if you are working in a team, so if you are working in a team, then some part of it, suppose this project you are making, so the team, and you are a team of, let's say, 5 people. And how many pages are here? Let's count: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So as you are 5 people, so each one will, so these pages will be divided into you all, and let's say minimum 4 pages you have to design. And the design, suppose the first one will be designing the font in front page, and some parts in the below. Then someone is making, suppose, this part, then someone is making this part. So in this case, in this way, the work is divided into all the team. But if you are doing in a standalone, then I would suggest this will be the way you can do, because you are not, you don't have to share this thing to someone, so that they can continue the next part. You can, if you are doing in a standalone mode, then you can do it in one frame. So here I end my session. So any questions? So I think there is a question, I guess. Oh, there is a poll. You there are some polls, and you can vote on them also. No, I don't have YouTube channel, but the organizers do have, and they will post these videos over there.
Guys, if you have some question, then you can raise your hand and speak it up. We will help you to clear it out.
So
Yeah, Abhay,
Aditi, I
I
think
will be
that's it.
sharing the I will be sharing the link. Actually, this is the second session from our club on UI UX, and the first session was already held, and the video is uploaded on the website. I mean YouTube. So, just a minute, I will share it in the chat.
So where you learn UI UX? So I have learned UI UX from YouTube's and some courses I have taken. Any further questions? You can raise hand, or you can type in the chat, or we can move to the next part. Yeah, you can ask.
Will we be having some task for this session too?
Yeah, yeah. After the session completes, she Samriddhi will put the task in in the group,
Okay,
and
that
in
will.
the from the next session we will start working on projects. Any further questions? No, I haven't done any internships related to it, because I'm busy right now doing something else. So
Um,
I guess no more
yeah, I guess
questions.
that's it. I think we should move ahead.
Yeah, so Samriddhi, you can take the screen.
Hello guys, I'm your second instructor and I'm Samriddhi Kashyap. So I would be teaching you about uh, Akash told you about UI part. I would be telling you about the UX part. So let me just brush upon the previous concepts I had told you guys. And yes, I did check some of the mails that you guys had sent. I would like to say they are amazing, and I would like to give a special shout out to Divya Chinmay if they are here. They did amazing work in summarizing what I had told them in the previous assignment, in the previous lecture. So, this is from the last lecture. So, I just told you about the overview about UI and UX. we would be diving into the first block of UI UX, that is research. So the thing about research is it is the building block of any product. You must have seen some positions at certain organizations. They have the title of product manager. Well, they do this part. They do the research and they communicate to their team what are the user demands and what are like competitors doing something like out of the box. So basically, the UI UX designers, we are the problem solvers, and if we don't have the we don't ask the right questions, we don't understand the problems, then how we would be delivering the solutions? So UCD, or user centered design. User is everything. We make everything keeping in mind their comfort. User is like, they are worshipped by everyone, be it a UI UX designer, be it any business, be it any startup. Everyone is concerned about what is the problem of the user and how to find a solution of their problem, because that's how they will generate a revenue, right? So research is basically with wait a minute. Research is basically with two things. Like user research is divided into two parts. First is qualitative and then quantitative. I would be brushing upon that too. Importance of UCD. Well, user centered design. Uh, this is the thing which differentiates a good product from a bad one. There's a reason we like the feel and scrolling in certain websites than compared to the government websites that we see with terrible UI UX, right? Okay, I just shuffled things. So yes, types of research, qualitative and quantitative. Let me go over the qualitative research first. So qualitative research, well, in this kind of research, we take 5 to 6 people and interact with them to understand what kind of pain points they have while using certain products. So, why are we saying this qualitative? Because we are taking 5 to 6 people only and we are interacting with them. It is preferable that you interact with them personally. Then comes quantitative. It doesn't matter how greater number you have in this. We conduct this kind of research with mostly G forms, or like certain people do it through YouTube comment section as well, like to get an idea of what the user wants or what the user prefers, or any kind of thing. I'm so sorry I used the YouTube comment thing, but yeah, it is also a form because I just saw how one of the like Swiggy. I just saw the advertisement of Swiggy, and they were like certain users were commenting below that don't just spam your ads everywhere. And uh, when I see your ads, I instantly wish to order things. You are very cruel with us in that thing. Okay, so quantitative research is it's on a mass scale. You do it on a large scale, and mostly it is done using G forms. So, what kind of things we ask in a G form? Well, demographics, because demographics is a very important key factor when we consider a product, where our uh, user is from. For example, our person is from a southern state, then they would like things made up of rice more. And if a person is from northern part of India, they would prefer wheat, right? So choices also depend upon where the person is from and what language they use. So if we ask the question of what language they use, so we can inculcate that language apart from English in our app, so that we can grant the user a better user experience in their own language if they are not comfortable with the language we are currently using, for example English. So another kind of question we ask is what the person admires in the competitor. For example, I roll out a G form. about Swiggy, and I am Zomato. So I would ask them, so where you are from, what language you use, and what do you like in Swiggy? What do you like about Swiggy? What do you dislike about Swiggy? Do you like our discounts more, or do you like Swiggy's discount more? What thing you want to improve in Swiggy? So these kind of questions help us to get a better idea of what our user desires. By summarizing these G forms, sorry. By summarizing these G forms, we have a we take all our responses in a G form and we place it on a whiteboard, or you must have seen in some web series that people use sticky notes on a glass wall. So they are basically posting the users' responses or their opinions so that they can form a pattern. They can form a pattern of what the person wants, what the task is. So that is used for pattern thing. If we can figure out what the pattern is, then we can design the product much better. User experience in design is not only limited to app or websites, they also go in designing lamps, designing taps, or designing a hand pump. So it depends. But user experience is everywhere, as the name goes, user experience, right? So next point I would like to touch is not much, but yeah, a very important thing to ask in the questions is what the pain point of the user is. I would also like to show you something else. Let me just show you something. So basically, I will not be giving you much of a task. I will give you a very big task actually. I'm so sorry. I would be cruel with you this time. So I have designed a G form for you guys. So the task for today's this week is that you will have to you have to ask questions. You have to forward these questions to your like families and friends. Get at least 5 to 6 responses. It is a test of your how good you are socially and how you can convince your near and dear to fill this form. This one is for you. So you have to link your Google spreadsheet. Let me just tell you how to link it real quick, because I know many of you guys are not familiar with this thing. So you have to design a G form, and suppose I have designed a G form and I will go to responses and link to sheets. I would create a spreadsheet, and yes, waiting for responses. Then you will go and click on share. And yes, you will share the responses. You can copy a link and come here. I cannot fill this here because this is my form only. So you would be pasting the spreadsheets link in this uh, block so that I can see what responses you have got. If you want, I can design the user research form for you, because research is a very crucial part. It is a building block of building any product, any great product. How well you know your customers, how well you know your consumers. This is the factor which differentiates you from your competitors. So you would be conducting a research, like getting to know what likes they have, what dislikes they have. This time I will be giving three options: social media, for example, Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, and hardware, for example, pen or lamp, chair, whatever. Food delivery app. I frequently use Swiggy and Zomato because I really like how competitive they are, and they constantly make improvements because of that. So yes, this is one thing, and it is easier to get reviews on food delivery app, right? People have ifs and buts about this, because they constantly go and check which has greater discount, which is getting my food delivered in much better shape. For example, once I ordered a cake and it was ruined when I ordered from one particular app, and when I ordered it from other app, it got to delivered to me very in a better shape. So it was not annihilated before I cut the cake, right? That is very important for me. You do not touch my cake before I cut it, right? That's my cake first. That's what I'm paying for. So if you guys want, I will design. I can make a user research form, or you can design one for your own self. But yeah, I showed you the process of linking the spreadsheet so that you also link the responses sheet to me. So this is also a building block for you. From the next turn, we would be designing apps, and we would be designing keeping in mind the responses that we have got collectively. So yes, any questions you guys have?
Guys, if you have any question, you are free to talk. You can unmute, you can ask, or else you can type it in chat if you are shy. By the way, guys, including that, we have few important polls going on in the poll section. Please go and vote. Yes, please go ahead, Chatrapal.
Yeah, so I have some query about the research. We have to do only in the domains mentioned, or can we have some other domains of our own choice also?
No, you can have your own domains. I have included an option of other so that you can decide what thing you want to research in. You just have the only task I have given, that you have to link the Google spreadsheet so that I can see the responses, and that would be helpful in designing the app. This is very important for you guys because you would be designing the app in that domain only that you have conducted the research in. So, with the help of the responses, you can design a better app, right? We can give you generalized like responses that do this, do that, but knowing your user, knowing your target audience, it's better. Like you can ask questions like, "What is your age group? Where are you from?" So that we can get a better look at which demographic your user falls into. I can make a example form for you. I would just post that in the WhatsApp group for you guys to take a reference from. Okay?
Yeah, that will be helpful. Thank you.
Yes, yes. This is the first step, right? As I told you, research is the building block of any designer. That is what differentiates a good design from bad design, because you know your user.
So Samriddhi, should I put my presentation here?
Surely, please put your presentation here, the link of your presentation, and we would be putting all these links in the WhatsApp group. And kindly fill the like Q Club membership form. I have seen many people haven't filled it. That's not good, right? We also need the data. We are data scientists, aspiring data scientists. We also want to know what demographics our uh, like members fall into.
Um, Yeah, by the way, adding to this, like whatever sessions we are conducting, like you might feel that why very less people joined and why it's not 300, 400 crowd. So guys, like we conduct the sessions only for our members of Q Club who are serious to learn, and we don't want a very heavy crowd or something like that. We just want few people who are willing to learn, and those who are learning. Q Club promises that very soon we will have very good opportunities for you.
Yes, if you guys make good projects, sure, we would help you landing internships. I myself have done some internship in UI UX, so I can help you in that.
So guys, like if you have any question or something like that, then you can raise your hand. Like it could be in the field of like understanding about Q Club or understanding about today's session or any previous session. You can raise your hands. Like now we will taking generalized doubts for a few minutes. um, I think we don't have much doubts remaining. Okay, where is the Q Club form? Yeah, um, we will paste it in the chat. Guys, just hold on, don't leave. Let us paste the form in the chat. Hmm. Bhagesh, yeah, the meeting is almost concluded, and we will be meeting in the next session again for the UI/UX. And by the way, guys, make sure that you inform your friends and everyone around you, like who are in this degree, that Q Club is having such sessions, and like the basics of UI/UX, like the theoretical part is now over, and from the next sessions, we will be getting into the practical parts, like we will work on projects and real things. So yeah, make sure that you tell your friends to join the Q Club and take the benefit which we are providing in like this is a club, and we are not charging you anything, right? So make sure you make good benefit from it. um Shubh, the recording will be sent in the WhatsApp group, like it will be uploaded on YouTube, and it will be like the link will be sent in the WhatsApp group. And in short, like we went over two major topics, which is hierarchy of typography, and then the second was UX part, which was user research. So we went through two topics, and the detail will be shared in the recording. So don't worry. Anything else, guys?
Yes, today's session was not long because this was the end of the theory part. From the next classes, we would be telling you things with practical examples so that you can understand those things much better. Hands-on learning, as we say.
Okay, I don't think so. We have anything more left. So if no one has doubt, we will be leaving in few seconds, right?
You don't have any prerequisites of the next session, but I would advise that you just you get the, no, nothing you need to install. Only thing you need is a laptop. It's much better if you have a laptop and a browser. That's all.
Okay, guys. I think that's it. Thank you, Samriddhi. Thank you, Akash, and thank you everyone who joined. I think we will be taking the leave. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.